大家好，欢迎来到跟陈老师学汉语。第12课，明天天气怎么样？这节课我们会学习3个短的汉语对话，然后我们会学习怎么样、太和会，最后是阅读练习。第1个对话：昨天北京的天气怎么样？太热了。明天呢？明天天气怎么样？明天天气很好，不冷不热。天气 its noun means weather. 怎么样 its pronoun means how. 太 is an adverb means to. 太 something le also means to. The character le is a modal particle. It doesn't have meaning itself. 热 is an adjective, means hot. 冷 is also an adjective, means cold. This conversation talks about how's the weather. In Chinese, 怎么样 means how. I'll explain it later in detail in this lesson. 太热了 means too hot. 明天天气很好 Literally, it means tomorrow the weather good. In English, we say it will be fine. This conversation asks about what's the weather yesterday, what will be the weather tomorrow. As explained in lesson 11, compared with the English, in Chinese, we can mention the time of something to understand it is something that was in the past or will be in the future. 第2个对话：今天会下雨吗？今天不会下雨。王小姐，今天会来吗？不会来，天气太冷了。下雨 is a verb, means to rain. The character 下 has several meanings. In this conversation, it's a verb, means to fall. The character 雨 it's a noun, means rain. 小姐 it's a noun, means miss or young lady. 来 it's a verb, it means to come. This conversation talks about something that will happen in the future. Like in English, we can use the auxiliary verb will to express the future tense. In Chinese, we use the auxiliary verb 会 to express possibility. The negative form is 不会. I'll explain how do we use 会 later in detail in the lesson. 第3个对话：你身体怎么样？我身体不太好，天气太热了，我不爱吃饭。你多吃些水果，多喝水。谢谢你，医生。身体 it's a noun, means body. 爱 it's a verb, means to like or to love. 些 it's a measure word, means some or a few. 水果 it's a noun, means fruit. The character 水 it's a noun, means water. 你身体 literally it means you body. 我身体 literally it means I body. The first sentence is how a doctor asks a patient how is he or she in China. If we translate the Chinese sentence directly, it doesn't make sense, but that's how we ask it in Chinese. The grammar of these two sentences will be explained later in this video. The character I means to like in this conversation, but mostly the character I means to love. The negative form is 不爱。多吃，多喝 literally they mean more eat, more drink. In English, we don't say it in that order. We say eat more and drink more. But in Chinese, it's the other way around. The interrogative pronoun 怎么样 which means how in English. 请跟我读这三个句子。你的汉语怎么样？你妈妈的身体怎么样？明天天气怎么样？怎么样 means how. It is used to ask about the condition of somebody or something. As always, when we learn how do we ask a question in Chinese, we need to look at the answers of the question. The first one, 你的汉语怎么样? Literally, it means your Chinese, how? The answer, 我的汉语不好. Literally, it means my Chinese not good. The structure of the Chinese sentence is subject plus predict. We've learned it in lesson 6. If you forgot, you can check it out later. The second one, 你妈妈的身体怎么样? Literally, it means your mother's body. How? The answer, 我妈妈的身体很好. Literally, it means my mom's body very good. The third one, 明天天气怎么样? Literally, it means tomorrow, the weather. How? The answer, 明天天气很好. Literally, it means tomorrow, the weather very good. I believe you are quite familiar with the sentence structure of how do we ask a question in Chinese now. Yes, the word order are the same in the question and in its answer. You just replace the part you wanted to ask by 怎么样? Then it becomes a question. Now we'll learn sentences with the subject predict phrase as the predict. 请跟我读。我身体不太好。明天天气很好。你身体怎么样？ The structure of these sentences are subject of the sentence plus predict of the sentence. And the predict of the sentence is composed of another subject and a predict. Let's go through them one by one. 我 I, the subject of the sentence. 身体 the body, another subject. 不太好 is the predict. 身体不太好 is the predicate of the sentence. 明天 tomorrow is the subject of the sentence. 天气 weather is another subject. 很好 is the predicate. 天气很好 together is the predicate of the sentence. 你 is the subject of the sentence. 身体 is another subject. 怎么样 is predicate. 身体怎么样 is the predicate of the sentence. To understand the grammar here, you'll need to know the subject plus predicate sentence structure. That's what we've learned in Lesson 6. If you haven't watched it, it would be difficult for you to understand what we are talking about here. 我的身体不太好。明天的天气很好。你的身体怎么样？ The sentence structure of these three sentences are much easier. It is subject plus predicate. As you can tell, the only difference between the left side sentences and the right side sentences is that the right side sentences has one more character, 的. We've learned the character 的 in lesson 4. It indicates the kinship. 我 means I. 我的 means my. 明天 means tomorrow. 明天的 means tomorrow's. 你 means you. 你的 means your. Even though the right side sentences has one more character, 的, the meaning of the sentences from both sides are the same in Chinese and in English. Regarding the left side sentences, you can consider you have omitted the character 的, then it's easier for you to understand. And all sentences here are correct. They are all commonly used in spoken and written. They add verb 太。请跟我读这三个句子。太热了。天气太冷了。我的身体不太好。They add the verb 太 means to, which indicates a high degree. The sentence structure here is subject plus predicate. It is similar to how we use the character 很, which means very. We have learned how to use 很 in lesson 6. If you forgot, you can check it out later. The only difference is that when we see 太, the character 了 is often used at the end of the sentence. The character 了 functions as a modal particle. It doesn't have a meaning itself. It only expresses the feelings, emotions, or attitudes of speakers about what is said. And the particle 了 can only be used in positive sentences. It cannot be used in negative sentences. The negative form of 太 is 不太. The modal verb 会。请跟我读这些句子。爸爸8点前会回家吗？会。爸爸8点前会回家。明天他会来吗？会。 今天会下雨吗？不会，今天不会下雨。The modal auxiliary verb 会 has two meanings. The first meaning is can or be able to, which we have learned in lesson 6. The second meaning is will. It is used to indicate possibility. That's what it means in these sentences. In a declarative sentence, the location of the character 会 is the same as the location of will in the English sentence. When we ask a question with the modal verb 会, the short answer is 会 or 不会, which means yes or no. We cannot answer with 是 or 不是. Okay, that's all about the character 会. 阅读练习，请跟我读。明天天气怎么样？明天北京的天气怎么样？今天会下雨吗？明天下午会下雨吗？王小姐，明天会来吗？她的身体怎么样？妈妈身体不太好。明天天气很好，不会下雨。王小姐爱吃水果，不爱吃饭。今天天气很热，你多喝水。Okay, that's all for this lesson. 谢谢，下节课再见。If you like my video, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.